This copyrighted broadcast of the Filipina Super League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the PSL.
Nagbabalik ang inyong Filipina Super League mula sa Marikina Sports Center sa pagtatapos ng ating Enero. Jeff Manday, hero of their previous ball game, looking to keep the Supremos undefeated to finish the regular season. Samantalang Cyrus Tabi naman and the rest of the Diamonds looking to be the first to cause Caloocan, give their Caloocan their first defeat. Another triple header nga atid sa inyo ng PSL ngayong Biyernes, beginning with the Diamonds and the Supremos, followed by the Kings and the Stallions later on, and we'll finish our Friday with the Reapers and the Valiant Kings. Isang magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Jaime Mendihar, kasama muli Chicky Reyes. A pleasure once again.
Oh, it's nice to be sitting right next to you, Jaime. And I like your opening. Ito, ang ating mga playdates palagi sa PSL. Ang tawag ko dyan, laro ng pwestuhan. Alright? Gusto mo nasa 1 and 2. Pag hindi, sana makakuha mo yung 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Look at our team standings nga kung saan both these teams still at the upper tier of our standings. Diamond certainly would want to find themselves even in a higher position para better matchup heading into our next round.
So 10 games yan, di ba? 5 and 2 ang Jewelers. They still have 3 games to go, including this one. There is still a shot, a possibility na masungkit yung number 2 kung sakaling papalarin sila rito.
And they would look to build on their previous victory against the Aguilas, their previous assignment, which they won handily, 127-112.
Titingnan mo lang dito, offensive rebounds ng Jewelers, 18. Second chance points, 21. And apart from that, it's that sharing of that basketball. Diba? Ito yung kinakailangan na makuha nila para lang sigurado makasungkit sila ng panalo.
Of course, Albo did the heavy lifting para sa kanila in that previous ball game and secured himself a best player of the ball game performance.
And he would obviously be that, ito yung poste na pundasyon ng kanilang interior offense, interior defense para si Cyrus Tabi may katulong.
Dito naman tayo sa kabila, Cheeky, talking about the Caloocan Supremos, and what a nail-biter that was. I know we were in the chat talking about that game as it was ongoing, and just a 3-point victory courtesy of that Manday go-ahead 3-pointer.
I would say that Tuesday night was definitely a Manday night. Monday night dahil isa lang ang naipasok niya, pero that mattered the most to get that W, di ba? Dahil nga they're playing in their home court with a home crowd, with the Honorable Mayor watching. Imposibleng hindi na maipasok yun dahil nung pumasok nga yun ay nagkagulo ang buong Caloocan. So, but more than Chef Manday, alright, the others who supported him, I believe, Padre, itong mamang ito, the hardworking June Bonsubre, who was also, I believe, produced 10 points, 5 boards, and 4 assists, enough to help the cause of Caloocan.
And the impact that he really brought from the bench, June Bonsubre, carrying the load to keep his team in it. And we did speak about Jeff Manday and his impact. Kasama niya nga si Maris Victorio talking about that shot.
Chicky and Jaime, kasama ko ngayon ang ating Mr. Winning Shot na si Jeffrey Manday. Now, Jeffrey, let's talk about your winning shot nung last game nyo against San Juan Kings. All throughout the ball game, scoreless ka, pero nagbalik ang Jeffrey Manday na kilala namin nung fourth quarter. Under a minute, tumira ka ng 3, yun ang nakapagpanalo sa Caloocan Supremos. Saan galing yung kumpiyansa na yun?
Siguro yung yung payback ko lang sa mga kasama ko at sa mga coaches at sa management namin. Kasi last 4 minutes, binalik pa nila ako kahit nagsistruggle ako. Yun lang, ginawa ko lang yung role ko as a pag-open, tira. Tsaka naman, hindi ko naman pinay yung management, tsaka yung mga teammates at coaches. Siguro.
You're a man full of surprises, Jeffrey. Pero ngayon, makakalaban nyo ang Diamonds. So, ano ang game plan natin ngayon? Especially kayo ang unbeaten record sa standings.
Ano lang, maging composure lang kami at saka yung record namin hindi namin yun kasi kahit 7-0 kami, ano pa rin namin, tatrabahuin pa rin namin maging sa team leader namin.
Alright, aabangan namin yung composure ng Caloocan Supremos, Jeffrey. Thank you so much and good luck sa larong ito. Ngayon, ball game is about ready to start. Let me turn you over to Chiki and Jaime.
Maraming salamat, Maris and Jeff Manday. Ano naman yung kumpiyansa right
Oh,
there?
naman.
Malaking-malaki. Bit-bit niya dito sa larong to.
He's spoken like a true Ilonggo. Diba? Kita mo yung accent. Very, very calm, very soft spoken. Wala ka pumutos. Ito, iniintay ko na to. Dahil the big boys in the middle, Tibayan on one side, Espinas on the other side. If you see here, Jaime, talagang tilting on the favor of Tibayan. But I would always say, if you have a veteran, former PCU Dolphin in Gabby Espinas, pag ganito mga dikdikan, importante na meron kang ganyang veterano that you can lean on. But having said that, Tibayan is one of the, using that last name, matitibay sa PSL.
Matibay indeed, of course, that marquee matchup brought to us by our sponsor, Daily Fantasy. And we head back to Maris Victoria once again, this time to talk about the Verdiamonds.
Yes, Chiki and Jaime, para naman dito sa Verdiamonds, they know they will be up against a powerhouse team. Kaya this game will test kung hanggang saan ang limit nila. They are expecting a tough and physical game, kaya they improved their defense individually and physically. Caloocan Supremos versus Verdiamonds Jewelers tip-off sa pagbabalik ng Pilipinas Super League President's Cup 2025.
Forward number 14, Richard Albo. Under forward number 7, Carlo Velasco. And at center number 4, Carl Peniano. Head coach is Eric C. His assistants are Joseph Ochada, Mark Arroyo, team manager Jonathan Pailona, and team owners Veronica Quinto and Terence Pailona. And now let us meet the starters from Caloocan Supremos. Starting guard number 30, Jeff Manday. One guard number 72, Chris Viton. And forward number 1, Romel Calahan. Under forward number 8, Chagi Loaded. And at center, number 27, Gabby Espinas. Head coach is Gabby Espinas. Assisted by Toto Dohilio, Peter Santamaria, Mark Manala. Team managers, Mark D. Tianu, Jeremy Teen, and team owners, Dennis Flores and Honorable Congressman Oka Malapitan. Our game officials for this ball game, crew chief, Boyong Manyala, umpire 1, Jaime Jimenez, and umpire 2, Donny Rivera. This game is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. Ito ang Pilipinas Super League 2025 President's Cup.
Look at our starters for our first ball game of a triple header ngayong Biyernes. Verdiamonds will begin this ball game with Cabi, Pailona, Peñano, Velasco, and Albo. Para naman sa Supremos, it's Bitoon, Manday, Espinas, Laude, and Calaat to round out their 5. Of course, our officials, crew chief, Ferdinand Manyala, umpire 1, Jaime Jimenez, and umpire 2, Danilo Rivera.
Ganda lalaki yung umpire 1, ano, dahil kapangalan mo din siguro.
May dulas eh.
Partner, before anything else, I'm giddy. I'm sitting at the edge of my seat. Literally, kita mo naman dahil gusto ko yung match-up eh. I've been waiting for this game between these two teams dahil ang feeling ko dito, yes, loaded ang Caloocan, pero itong kabila, pag mag-relax ang Caloocan, this team with a 5-2 record, di ba? Coming off a nice victory is is peaking at the right time. So, ang gusto nila makasungkit ng isang mabigat na team in the team of Caloocan. And this is a good opportunity for the Jewelers to show what they've got and for the Supremos to say, teka lang, ayaw na magkabahid yung record namin.
Incentives indeed for both teams as Tabi gets the first basket para sa Ver Diamonds. Tied at 2 apiece. For Supremo, 7-0 to begin the season, looking for that 8th straight victory. Ver Diamonds naman, sabi nga natin kanina, may chance pa to be able to get one of those 2 instant semifinal spots in our next round.
Interesting to see, no? Si Tabi, I've seen him try to play off the bench or minsan feeder lang. Ngayon, sa feeling ko, diinan na ito eh. For Ver Diamonds, knowing that they're going up against the number 1 Caloocan.
The Jewelers knocked down a 3 courtesy of Albo. Albo with that monster game in their previous assignment against the Aguilas. Looking to pick up where he left off. Manday, the hero in that game against the Kings, drops it off to Laude. Shot clock at 5. Stolen away by the Ver Diamonds. Albo. Now Failona says, let's slow it down. Shot clock reads 14. Tabi will be held by Manday for the first team foul of the Supremos.
They're playing 4 out, 1 in. I think trying to figure out, no, kung pababa na siguro yung shot clock, trying to give Cyrus that ball screen to have more space to operate with.
This double-headed monster nitong Ver Diamonds, delikado din talaga, no? Talking about Tabi and Albo. But they are clicking. Not a good sign for the Supremos. As another foul. So back-to-back personals. Earlier it was Manday. This time it's their playing coach, Gabi Espinas.
You gotta love that. Peñano, pinapagtrabaho itong si Gabi. Diba, early in the game, you want that, ano ba to, yung source of strength and inspiration ng Supremo sa kanilang playing coach. You want him to work doubly hard.
We do find Peñano underneath. Great coverage there by Laude. Biton. Goes to Kalahat on the block. Backing down on Albo. Nice spin move. As Albo will call for a foul. Kalahat active early.
No signs of double doon, ano? If you notice, si Peñano was just looking at Albo. I think the direction is single coverage lang muna dito and probably see if that matchup will not really be fruitful for Caloocan. Pero that time around, as you mentioned, Kalahat got that inner step na una doon sa baseline.
Bilis din ng no? Kilos.
Alam mo, very agile eh. Playing at what? 4, di ba? Itong si Kalahat. And he can also face the basket if he chooses to.
Knocks down both free throws to cut the lead to 1, 5-4. Going reverse. Great looking shot para kay Velasco off the feed from Tabi. Lead back to 3. Biton calling it out para sa Supremos. Hands it off to Laude. Espinas this time. Nice drop pass. Kalahat muli. Finish over Velasco.
Now that time around, that was a mismatch. Velasco was already 2 under dun sa sequence na yon. That's an easy put in or easy bucket by Kalahat.
Tabi able to split 2 defenders. Lilipad. Bothered by the defense of Espinas. Manday has Biton with him. And they turn it over. A bit of overpassing in that instance.
Too tight already. I thought Biton had an access already pero gusto niyang i-feed pa pabalik. And you gotta love what Albo did. Diba? Hindi siya nagpapeke. Stayed. Equal distance between the 2 players and was able to deflect that ball.
Some pressure applied here by Caloocan on the backcourt. They find Albo open. That time short. To secure the offensive rebound. Nice tap there from Manday. Coming up with a steal. Biton na naman ang kanyang kasama. Laude to the middle. Dahil naman ang dukot na yun, Cheeky.
Laude, kung meron ng degree of difficulty, dagdagan natin ang 1 point yun. But kidding aside, hindi na sinayang yung pasa ni Manday. He had already a good momentum going to the basket. Had to change his shot but stayed focused with that kiss on the board.
Supremos now with a lead, 8-7. Sayang, indukot ni Peñano, everything but the basket. Ito on directing traffic. Goes to Manday. Espinas now. Short stab, couldn't get the roll. Tapikan, it would be Laude getting the board. Biton from outside, that's off. Nice tap there from Peñano. Alcober, challenging Kalahat. Couldn't finish off the glass. Takbo na naman tayo dito sa kabila. Laude has a 2-on-2, drops it off to Gabby. No look, stolen away. A bit careless in those passes are Caloocan.
I thought even if malalim si Gabby, pwede sana na siguro gawa ng paraan pa yun. We've seen him before carve space and still take a shot. But having said that, I like what both teams are doing dito, Jaime. If may opportunity to dictate the tempo to run the floor, they will do so. Dahil meron namang materialis di ba? Pwedeng tumakbo both. Benches have ample set of players. So, ang tanong na lang, sino mas may resistensya dito para tumagal?
Wag na natin patagalin pa.
Ayan.
Punta na tayo kay Maris Victorio for her report. Go ahead, Maris.
Chiki and Jaime, Caloocan hopes to bring their winning momentum for this game. Lahat daw ng team ay pinaghahandaan nila, but this time, they are trying to improve their communications inside the court dahil lagi sila nababackdooran. Ang main problem na gusto nilang mag-improve ay first quarter, they are always behind, kaya they are aiming for a tough start. Hindi lang daw yung sa second quarter magkakaroon ng kumpiyansa. Dapat from the start, always get your head in the game. We won't be seeing Real Cervantes, Irvin Palencia, and Nomar Gonzalez, but sabi nga nila, just stick to the game plan and always remember, time is of the essence. Chiki and Jaime?
Thank you, Maris, as the Supremos comes up with a steal, a 3-on-2. That time, perfect execution.
And coming from that bucket, partner, this is a 6-0 run and the biggest lead already para sa Caloocan.
As we take another look at that fast break opportunity, finished by Flores for his first two of the ball game. Supremos up by 3, 10-7 with 4:27 left here in the first. Back with the last 4:27 of our first quarter. Supremos up by 3 after trailing early in this ball game. Just going back to that report ni Mariza, Chiki.
Go ahead.
Yun nga, the Supremos trailing daw parate in the first quarter. And I remember a stat as we see Tayong Tong getting that easy to. A stat shared to us by Joel Parcon in their first 5 victories. Itong Supremos never trailed in a ball game. So maybe that habit nga na parang daling maging kumpiyansa kapag hindi ka natatalo.
And then looking at what we're seeing right now, 'di ba? Yung sila nagdidikta dito, kita mo it's an 8-0 run for the orange shirts. Speaks volumes about paano ang kanilang kampanya dito sa President's Cup ng PSL. Dahil meron ka ng 7-0 record, meron kang malaking X sa likod mo. 'Di ba minsan ang daling sabihin, pwede tayong lumamya ng konti, sungkit na yan Pero hindi What you want, especially with a leader like Gabby Espinas, diba? Gusto mo, bit-bit mo yan hanggang sa next round.
Bit indeed. Aside from, of course, the advantage of finishing in the top 2 seeds. Overshooting that layup was De La Cruz.
I would say a daming opportunity na namintis dito ng Ver Diamonds on the break. You know, the idea is right. Run the floor. Hit the one leading the attack. Pero problema yung finish
Is now a 7-point advantage para sa Caloocan Supremos. Pull-up jumper. Knocks it down. Is Tibayan. Sabi mo nga, kailangan dito yung tibay.
Oh, yeah. And then people like Tibayan, they need more of that production. At least that's a good way to stop the 10-0 run ng Supremos.
Getting away. Overcooks it was Kasin. They now slow it down. De La Cruz finds Tabi. Albo straight away. Too strong. After hitting that first three, medyo lumamig dito si Albo. Kabanag, nice bounce pass. Flores, athletic finish.
It's always a luxury if you have your 3, 4, and 5 running the break as if they were guards, di ba? Ganda ng finish eh. Flores flying high for that layup.
Already 6 for Flores, leading all scorers. Ooh, met high. At top was Casin. Gandang basa niya dun sa atake ni Tabi.
Back to sender. Diba?
Wouldn't be surprised if Casin played some volleyball as well.
Pwede, di ba? So that was a sorry play. I thought that execution or that the screens were set up well. Dumaan lang sa ibabaw ng ulo ni De La Cruz, ano?
Red Diamonds though arguing that it hit a Caloocan player on the way out.
So ang tawag Caloocan eh, di ba?
As they talk it over, Supremos will call for a timeout up by 7. Diamond Jewelers down by 7 early here in the ball game, 16-9. With just a minute and 58 remaining dito sa ating first quarter.
Looking at the numbers, you know, 8 minutes into the game tayo, yung na-point out kong lost opportunities ng Jewelers. Overall, 4 of 15 sila, going 3 of 10 from the 2-point area. So those 7 misses, I would say 3 or 4 possessions na itatakbo naman eh. Pero nasa tamang lane ba yung lead attacker? Parang wala sa tamang lane. So nangyayari, forced shot even if they were running the floor.
Kabanag misfires for 3. So it's not enough to create those opportunities, no, Jakey? No? You have to be in a position to actually be able to create something.
Kasi lamang ka nga, nandun ka nga, ahead ka by 1 step, but you're not in a good angle to take a layup or to take a shot because you know na may trailer ka. Do you take it? After 2 misses siguro, baka time to recalibrate and think, teka, pull out muna ako. Diba, intay na lang ako ng kakampi muna. And not to mention, 5 turnovers para sa Jewelers here in the first quarter. We always say, teams like to limit it under 20. But if the trend goes this way, diba, aabot sila ng 20 by the end of the first quarter. Or by the game, rather.
Although a bit of good news, if you are a Diamond fan, penalty na dito ang Supremos. So De La Cruz awarded with 2 free throws.
So, now that you mentioned that, 127, there's probably what, 3-4 possessions left. Let's say, dalawa ang mapunta dito sa Diamonds. Diba? Try to fish for more of those fouls, stop the clock, end the quarter, not being down by 7, but down by what, 3 or even 2.
10-0 run nga, yung binitawan dito na Supremos. Diamonds started off strong actually. Wala nga lang ng lamig. Kapanag penetrates. Awards himself with 2 free throws.
Kabanag nyo, he had the edge in speed. And he made sure nakita ng referee na patira siya.
A sign of a veteran, I
Oo
would say.
naman.
Knew that that bump was coming and possibly the whistle as well.
Tira
Pakita mo na rin.
Yes. You would hear players ng mga veterano would say, hanggat hindi ka nakakarinig ng pito, laro lang. But if you hear that whistle and you think you are in a momentum or a position to shoot, go ahead and release that shot.
9-2-2 are Kabanag's averages here in our President's Cup 2025. Less than a minute left. Alcober was clipped by Bonsubre. I like the reaction of Jun doon, no? Kasi it was maybe a second too late yung pito.
Pero di makakataka siya kay crew chief Boyong. Tignan natin, ha? Ayun. So, it was not on the arm. It's a classic old school hit it on the elbow.
Natuklaw eh.
Alam mo, minsan pa ang ginagawa ng players, it's not tapping the elbow but underneath. So, you'd see sometimes yung shot na maganda na, biglang aangat, may trajectory.
Alcober knocks down both. So 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. Their past couple of possessions are the Jewelers. Lead sila at 6. This time, the white shirts ang mag-pressure sa backcourt. Bonsubre. Gets the ball tapped away. Foul says other officials. 13 foul pa lamang para sa Diamonds.
Will that be the second on June? Or, sorry, sir, not on June. I stand corrected.
Bit of Burusho whistled for his first personal. Kabanag off the Flores screen. Pull up. It's the side of the backboard. They do get another opportunity courtesy of the hardworking Jun Bonsubre.
Right place at the right time. We've been talking, di ba? Happy to be the utility guy. He don't need to set a place for Bonsubre. He's very contented in getting those offensive rebounds.
Mga masasarap na kakampi, Chiki.
Oo
No? You don't
naman.
really have to draw anything up for these types of players.
One name always pops into my mind, Freddy Abuda. Di ba?
Parang the only person probably that is happy to be called a scavenger.
No. Hindi walang play na designed. Ooh!
But that play certainly not designed to go that way.
Abot ng oval yun.
Okay, nahabol pa nila yung bola. So just 7 seconds remaining before the end of the first. For Diamonds, not sure if they know it. Ball dribbled off the foot. Will still stay with the Diamonds, but only 0.2 remaining on the clock. Mr. Burusho, yun nga, he's reminding his point guard, kung si Nobleza, that they only had 7 seconds to work with.
Dapat conscious ka talaga eh. No? May, alam mo yung oras para makafabricate ng tira.
But the quarter will end. Still the Supremos up by 8, 20-12. Take a short break. Magbabalik po ang iyong PSL.
sa kanila. They admit na dadaan talaga sila sa butas ng karayom. Since veterans nga daw ang kalaban, bibigyan nila ng magandang laro itong kabilang koponan. For the Jewelers, nag-improve sila in terms of their maturity. This just goes to show every game is a lesson. Although right now, we see the Jewelers are getting behind. Malaking confidence booster pa din daw dahil nakakalaban na nila ang dating idolo lang nila. Chicken Jaime?
Thank you, Maris, for that story. And sometimes, yes, it's fun to be playing with your idols.
Yes.
Pero minsan, pwedeng yan din yung nahihiya ka ba na you are playing with your idols and you not too aggressive as you would want to be.
Dapat nga driver mo yan eh, di ba? Dahil dati pinaparod mo lang ngayong kalaban mo. The main problem is pag na-starstruck ka. Yun ang gusto mong iwasan talaga. Partner, puntahan ko lang yung mga ilang numero if you don't mind. Nung first quarter, we've been pointing about itong missed opportunities ng white shirts and Jewelers in trying to run that floor. Imagine mo ito, they were 4 of 16 in the first quarter, 25% against the 42% ng Caloocan. But what's glaring in the first was he had 6 turnovers and 3 of those turnovers ginatasan ng Caloocan. They were able to produce 6 turnover points. So, White Shirts, they have to take care of that basketball.
Yun eh. Mga Supremos, they know how to make you pay every time that you turn the ball over. As Tayong Tong escapes his defender for his 4th point of the ball game, as a bit of a problem with our scoreboard. So we will have a technical timeout as they sort it out. Take a short break once again. PSL will be back. Scoreboard has been sorted. It's 22-16 with under 9 minutes left here in the first half of action. This battle between the Caloocan Supremos and the Verdiamond Jewelers. Jumper won't fall para kay Alcober. Tayong Tong. Almost traveled. Flores able to recover. Go to the corner. Tayong Tong. Tuluyan na matatawagan ng turnover.
He wasn't so sure. Baseline ba? Pupuntahan ko sa kaliwa ba? And by the time he made the choice, that pivot was raised.
Trying to put pressure on Nobleza. Calls out play number 2. It's a couple of picks. Nobleza pa rin. Fading to his right. Nice pass. Di Burgo, hindi naman pinahiya.
So nobody boxed out yung shooter, no? The one who threw up that ball. And Nobleza knew. Siya lang makakaalam, saan babagsak yun.
Lead down to 4, 22-18. Tayong Tong. Pick from Flores. Attacks 2 defenders. Drops it off to Baityong. Napayungan but still finds a way.
Made sure that he had that space. Hindi siya naratel, no? To si Baityong. Getting that pass, gathering himself, and going on the other side.
Another drop pass. Blocked. Initially by Cabanag, but headed to the line is Tibayan. Stayed with it.
And same thing, ano? Yung ginawa ni Baityong, Tibayan. Oh, napalpal ka. So what? Everybody does, di ba? Stayed with the ball. Got a second chance, but he has to earn it from the line. And speaking of the free throw line, so far, itong Verdiamonds going 3 of 4 prior to this trip by Tibayan.
Make that 4 out of 6. Another split para sa Verdiamonds. Lead cut down to 5. In the ball game now is Torado para sa Supremos. Flores finds a cutting Sanga. Half step. Almost a 3-point play. As a foul will be called against Tibayan.
Pag meron kang shooter like Sanga, ang gusto mo i-activate agad siya. Kita mo dalawang screens, di ba? Sanga was waiting on the baseline. Toredo first, Baityong second one. And Sangas showing us, hindi na ako panglabas. Pag mag-curl ako pa loob, give me that ball. Ang haba nito, ha. Can probably operate inside too.
Of course, Paul Sanga does have that in his repertoire. Although, syempre, as his career has lengthened, yung shooting niya talaga ay nagiging highlight.
Oo naman.
Balik sa pitong kalamangan. Pick from Tiburcio as Nobleza almost losing it. De La Cruz, just 8 to work with. Finds Tiburcio, bumped by Baitiong.
Naapakan. Kita ko pagpihit. Now, apart from that accident, alam mo yung gusto dito ng orange shirts, halos isang tao lang humawak ng bola in this possession by the Verdiamonds. Ayun yung kanan, no? Sakto.
Yung mga, and of course, the size of Baitiong, certainly mararamdaman mo talaga yan. Kahit yung mga slight na bump na yan or apak. Nobleza. It's a good matchup. Nobleza and Torado. Tiburcio. Shot too strong. Sanga, high up for that board. Torado. Hand off. Sanga. Go to Cabanag on the other side. Nice pick and roll action by Tiong. Kick out. 3 ball. Ayaw pa rin para kay Cabanag. Go inside. Reverse by Tiong with a finish.
And Baitiong was looking at Torado. Bago siya humingi ng pasa, he made sure na yung nagbabantay sa kanya was in no man's land. Ayan, oh. Tiburcio was already way back. He had the whole shaded area as his playground. Talking about Baitiong.
Ilalagay mo na lang, no? Because si Torado, ang laki na nung dagat, eh.
Tsaka hindi niya pinilit sa, sa immediate opening. He had to take it from the opposite side just to make sure na walang block from behind.
Again, showing us that veteran savvy by Chong with 7 points now.
Biggest lead na to, kapatid, ha? 10.
It's not the type of lead na gusto mo ibigay sa Supremos early dahil alam mo na itong Caloocan is not the type that really would kind of open up a window.
And Jaime, our viewers should also appreciate bakit mo nasabi yan. 10-minute quarters lang tayo. So, 40 minutos lang ito. Ang ayaw mo is pagdating mo ng pivotal third, malaki yung i-overhaul mo, di ba? Or yung babawiin mo. If you're Caloocan, you like this. Meron kang nai-invest.
Puhunan ka na, no?
Yes.
Approaching the 6-minute mark dito sa ating second. Torado. Go to Sanga. Ingles. In for the first time. Gets the bump. Overshoots. Manlangit block from behind. Shot clock did not reset. Says 1. Manlangit from the corner.
I would say Torado had that smarts there. He knew it 3 seconds ago. JJ, a sweet shooter, got that screen, open at the corner. Rewarded by that pass.
Alam niya sukat niya May oras pa.
And Jaime, they're doing this with Bitoon on the bench, Manday on the bench, the starting 5 on the bench.
That 3 ball and the composure din para kay Manlangit, knowing that the time was winding down. Hindi niya rin minadali. Lead up to 13 now. The Diamonds have to be careful. Tabi pulls it back, goes to Albo for another 3. This time, knocks it down. His second 3-pointer of the ball game. Need a lot more of that.
Si JJ napasmile na lang dahil alam niyang good defense yun. That was too far out, but Albo just had that perfect shot.
Torado. Pulls out the pick from Baitiong. Sanga, turn around. That's off. Albo looking to run. Finds Nobleza ahead of the pack, but Manlangit blocking it from behind.
So again, we were talking about this first quarter. When do you go straight? When do you pull back? I do believe Nobleza thought he had the inside track. Pero problema, Manlangit, a veteran defender, Anong ginawa? Sige, blow by ka. I'll get you from behind.
Yung timing talaga, no?
Pero good shot.
Ahit na si Nobleza eh.
Good shot. Lamang eh, sa speed. It's just that itong si Manangit, hindi nag-give up.
So fast break opportunities have been there throughout the first half para sa Diamonds, but they are unable to convert just yet. Albo through the lane gets the finish plus the foul.
And now he's feeling it. He hit a 3 earlier. Went up for that bucket. You want Albo to start getting hot in the first half. Kahit na may deficit kayong inahabol. Kasi gusto mo pagdating ng payoff quarter, he is already fueled at nasusian na.
8 points so far para kay Albo. And a bonus free throw coming his way. Nakadalawang tres na siya, no? So he really had to kind of close out on him after proving that he could hit that shot. Lead at 8. Torrado will be fouled. Team foul number 3 para sa Diamonds.
Oh, he attacked the defense of Velasco, knowing that after that switch, may edge siya on speed.
Ingles. Trying to dance. Looking for Torrado on the baseline. It falls to the hands of Manlang. It's same spot, different result. Ingles trying to touch pass it to Sanga, but turns it over. Albo loses his balance but finds Reyes underneath for the 2.
Talk about recovery. Ito sa dangerous pass by Tabi. But ang gusto niya kasi, painitin si Albo eh. Di ba? Corner 3 is open eh. But Albo was able to recover that one.
Presence of mind. Lead down to 6. Torrado. Hug by Reyes. Will head to the line for a couple.
We gotta see that again. Ito. Tapos right place, right time. Easy bucket for Ryan.
Off balanced. Not a problem para kay Albo.
You like this, a 7-0 run ito, Jaime, para sa Diamonds that got broken by the free throw of Torrado.
And that's what you want to see if you are the Jewelers. Because Caloocan was threatening to kind of pull away early in this ball game. Nasabi mo, by the third quarter, ayaw mo na malaking bubunuin mo.
Ayaw mo. So ang storya ngayon, second quarter natin, runs, ano? From both ends. Uy, parang humampas sa aparador.
Losing the basketball was Velasco. Manlangit, excellent pass. Sanga gets
Wow.
it on the second serving.
Did he do that on purpose to pass it to himself using the board?
Pero kung titignan mo rin yung reaction ni Paul Sanga, just another day at the office.
Pag hindi daw sinasadya, dapat huwag kang tatawa.
Parang di halata.
Mukhang sadya talaga. But whatever it is, it's gonna be highlights for Paul Sanga for sure.
Reyes missing on that short stab. It's now Ingles directing traffic para sa Supremos. Answer off to Torrado. Torrado finds an opening. Sanga this time from outside. Won't fall. By Tiong. Kick out. Paul for another 3. Still short. Albo. Feeling hot. Goes to Tabi. Reyes. Gandang pasahan doon to get that 2 para sa Diamonds.
Hindi na rattle, di ba? Pagtanggap ng papasa kay Cyrus, medyo tight. 2 defenders on him. What did he do? Went up for the shot, focused on the board, hit another kisser.
35 to 28. Still a 7-point lead para sa Caloocan.
Wow.
Ingles
Wow.
finds an opening. Taking full advantage.
And probably was surprised pagpasok niya. Uy, walang white shirts. Solo ako sa loob.
Not a foul you want to give if you are Torrado. Penalty na dito ang Supremos. Take another look at that Ingles escape. And the English for that finish. As the Diamonds will call for some time. Down by 9, 37 to 28.
Hawak ko ang laro.
Alok na crowd dito sa ating Marikina Sports Center, enjoying the action on a Friday afternoon. Not just beautiful games, but beautiful faces
Oh,
ang
naman.
makikita nyo sa ating venues. And free admission lang tayo dito, Checky.
Of course, so dun sa mga kasamahan natin around the area, mga taga Marikina, it's a Friday afternoon. Good way to end the first month of the year. Welcome the second month tomorrow. Join us here. Well, ventilated naman dito sa loob. May nagbebenta ng mga snacks. Triple header. Oh,
Saan ka pa?
diba?
And we've seen a couple of times, nagpaparaffle din sila dito
Ay,
sa
yes.
Marikina Sports Center.
Oh, yes, indeed.
So another incentive. If you are just within the area, iniimbitahan po namin kayo na manood ng ating mga laro live. This is just the first game of 3 that are scheduled. So for Diamonds kontra Supremos, down by 7. So some pressure muli trying to be applied here as Manday checks back in for Caloocan. They go to Baitiong on the block. Backing down his defender. Pull up for Manlangit. Big to big action para sa Supremos.
The short passes, alam mo, maybe inside the shaded area, maybe outside the shaded area, but those short passes, if you have a JJ Manlangit who can shoot well, that's a plus.
Plus mo na rin tong turnover and a bucket. Manlangit once more.
Remember, JJ got trained and used to the 3x3, ha? So yung quick reaction, di ba, yung speed, yung shooting under duress, wala na yan kay JJ. Sanay na yan, eh.
Quick 4 for a total of 7 para kay Manlangit as another foul given up by Caloocan.
I would always say this, even in other coverages. Pag ikaw isang manlalaro at meron kang outside shot, specifically medium range, like this one, tinan mo yan, you will remain relevant in the sport of basketball, regardless of your age. I'll throw a few names. Larry Rodriguez, diba? Reynald Hugnatan. These guys are playing dito sa PSL. You got JJ Manlami. People who could shoot from the perimeter will have a longer, I believe, in my opinion, longer career sa basketball.
Timeout signaled here this time para sa Caloocan Supremos. Sabante pa rin sila ng 10. To 31, just a minute and 4 remaining dito sa ating first half. Abante pa rin ang Caloocan. Diamonds had that run in them, 7-0 to trim the lead down. But the Supremos, nung bumalik bigla yung kanilang first unit, immediately finding that response. As we look at the steal story, Supremos 6 and the Diamonds 3.
If you'd allow me, Jaime, I'd like to do a shout-out lang. Congratulations sa Ridge Bros dads for winning an important game last night sa kanilang 40 above competition dyan sa may Santa Rosa, Laguna. And they're watching us right now, enjoying the action of the PSL. So congrats.
Hopefully you do make a deep run sa inyong tournament.
Aba, sana pag di lang anghel ka. You like that kick out. Torado has been sharing that basketball. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, yes, pang-4 na assist na yan.
Causing yet another turnover are the Supremos and a tidbit. Pero bago muna yan, tignan natin, yun nga, yung assist from Torado, very unselfish. Pulling the trigger was Ingles for another 3-pointer para sa Supremos. Make that 3-pointer number 2 pa lamang, nevertheless.
So
Building a 13-point advantage.
That's the reason why Torado has been seeing a lot of minutes. Di ba? Tira mo, finding the shooter, recognizing the shooter. Let me check this. Dapat ito 5 assists na siya by our count.
Flash shot time para sa Caloocan. Only 10 seconds remaining. Loose ball. It will stay with Caloocan. So suddenly a 16-point lead mounted here by the Supremos. Manday. 4 seconds left. 2 seconds. Finger roll. Too strong. Well counted. If it went in para kay Manlangit.
And JJ knew it. May oras pa eh. Kung na-sentro lang niya, that would have been good. But this is the biggest lead already, Jaime at 16.
Of course, take a look at our move off the half. That move by Paul Sanga, nonchalant, as if he planned it all along. Kisses it off the glass. Alley-oop to
Ganda, no?
himself. That's a Paul Sanga special. It's 47-31. Supremos up by 16.
Hi PSL fans, this is Irben Palencia of Caloocan Supremos. Sali na sa Daily Fantasy and Fantasy Sport ng Pilipinas. Pumili ng top basketball players at mag-build ng sariling dream team sa Daily Fantasy. Dahil dito, sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Join now, playdailyfantasy.com.
Hawak ko ang laro.
Hey, Hoop fans, welcome to the President's Cup Top 10 Plays of the Week. Let's dive straight into the action, starting with number 10.
3 for 3. Yes, sir.
Oh, he scores his first field goal here in the PSL.
Off the bank.
And I would have to say,
At number 9.
Talio trying to elude JJ Pido. 4-3. Oh, what a shot! Going glass.
They needed that. They needed that. Pangasinan's offense.
Top 8.
By Pamboy. He goes to his right side. Yo-yo drive. That's good. Mark Talio. The 2 times.
Making it on 7th.
Whoops. Oh! Nice play there by the Reapers.
Sliding into number 6.
Huawei. Escocio up. No. Nagmamadali ang Jewelers. Velasco, he has the ball. Gives it to De La Cruz. Yes!
oh my! The sequence of events, Pure Blends had a good chance to put that ball in.
But they couldn't. And again, the slow basketball of Pure Blend did not result in any points. But the fast basketball naman of the Jewelers gets them the lead with 3.5 seconds.
Through at number 5.
Valentino, he gets the step and the finish. Wow! What a beautiful finish.
Mr.
Taking strong
Valentino.
goal.
Oh my goodness, I thought you were all jump shots, but
Cracking into the top 4.
Robin. Ralph Robin with the layup.
again, the
ball screen. Robin exploiting the lack of help defense from the weak side. Goes straight in for a layup.
Now you talk about ball screen. May iba kasi bakit palpak? Timing.
Podium time at number 3.
Peralta forcing his... Hey! Another dunk! Mike Guevara showing no respect for human life.
Mr. Guevara, what did you eat today? He's feeling bouncy.
Oh.
At number 2.
Here is Kenny Rogers. Oh! What a move by Kenny Rogers through a curva.
Kinuha sa reverse partner kasi nakasangit sila lang sa diretso eh.
Kenny Rogers through a curva signing here in the second period with Mike Maistre, Jason Ballesteros, JJ Pino, and Poy Poy Aktob for the Beast of Binyan.
And the top play of the week.
9 points already. Inside play, nice dunk.
And a foul to boot.
Guevara with a slam dunk.
See it again. Before the meantime. Dumped out by Piñano. Oh, Guevara and base on top.
That's a wrap for our top 10 plays of the week. Stay tuned for more basketball brilliance. And until next time, keep the hoop spirit alive.
At the half, it's 47-31. The Caloocan Supremos leading by 16 against the Verdiamonds Jewelers in this first game of a triple header. Supremos had some moments where you felt like makakahabol itong Verdiamonds, Chicky. But just when you thought na hindi na nila ma-extend yung kanilang 10 kalamangan, it's now 16 points heading into the second half.
And I would have to give credit dun sa second unit. Second unit yung coming off the bench, diba? Led by Torrado at point, Manlangit playing that shooter's role because they were able to increase that lead to as big as 16. And it was due to what? Hindi nagmamadali eh, diba? Look at this. You cannot shoot at 36%, lalo na 2-point area, 9 of 23 ang Jewelers if you want to have a chance in this match. But apart from that, they were able to limit the turnovers to 4 only in the second quarter. Pero 13 turnover points ang naibuslo ng Caloocan Supremos. Do the math. That difference from points of turnovers, even the fast break points, 12 against 4, that's the two of the many reasons kung bakit yung Supremos abante ng 16 dito sa laro natin. Now, if you're on the side of the Jewelers, anong pwedeng gawin in the third quarter? 10 minutes, you're down by 16, have a target, di ba? Baba mo na 10. Baba mo na 10. Kung pwede 8, di ba? Entering the fourth, then at least you have an opportunity to grind things out.
Of course, JJ Manlangit, you saw your screens earlier. Sabi mo, one of the many reasons, isama na natin si JJ Manlangit in that first half. Already has actually 7 to go with 5 rebounds and a block. And off the bench, tulad nga ng binanggit mo, their second unit, even their third, really making an impact, allowing them to not just sustain the lead, dinagdagan pa.
And these are not designed plays, ha? These are broken plays. That corner 3 ni JJ coming from a pass by Torrado. That after that steal, that just outside the shaded area bank shot. Sa kabila naman, Albo, 8 points. Pero naipit sa 8, di ba? He had 2 3-point shots. He's been taking quite a number of attempts. You can't blame him. He has to find his range habang maaga pa, hindi yun towards the end of the game.
Napansin mo nga, di ba? Even Cyrus Tabi trying to literally look for Albo dahil gusto nga niya, alam niya na kailangan nila si Albo to get into that rhythm early, that he can be that weapon here in the third and even the fourth for them to have a shot, not just to overcome itong kalamangan na to, pero sila yung unang makatalo dito sa Supremos dahil hindi pa nakakatikim ng pagkatalo itong Caloocan.
Kasi itong Verdiamonds, tanong ko sa'yo, napansin mo ba, did they have a lot of fast break attempts in the first half? Yes, but they were only allowed to produce 4 points. So 2 pasok lang, 2 field goals lang sa fast break. Pero ang dami nilang pass to the leak out player. So what's happening? It's the accuracy of converting on those fast breaks.
See if the adjustments have been made dito sa ating second half. Like tayo sa starters para sa Caloocan, Bitoon. And the luxury to be rested in that first half. Kekserato Kalahat but overshoots that 3 ball. And look at the Cabanag able to disrupt that pass. Another turnover cost here by Caloocan.
That's number 10 for the Jewelers.
And fun fact, they are actually the top team dito sa ating President's Cup in terms of forcing those turnovers and to their opponents at 20.3 a contest.
Pero not in this game, ano?
Bitoon able to get that bucket. And imagine this, no? Damang na sila ng 18, pero I believe that's just the first 2 para kay Chris Bitoon.
Kasi nga maraming nagko-contribute, Jaime. Maraming ibang nag-chip in. And if you're the coaching staff of Caloocan, you like that. You're 7-0. You're peaking at the right time. Players are finding other players to chip in.
Shot from outside, dadagdagan ka pa ng 3. Ni Manday patay.
I love that.
21 na to, Chiki.
And you know what? Every time I would kid Manday about that line that I created on 3x3, he would give me that big Ilonggo smile because he loved it. It fuels him.
Ever since you told me that story, I couldn't help but really remember that. And when I was watching that game, na yun nga, yung siya yung tumama dun sa 3-pointer na yun to give them the victory against the Kings. Yun talaga yung naisip ko.
I remember that. I think that was at the Big Dome, part of the pandemic 3x3. And when he released that ball, sunod-sunod, lumabas lang Manday. Patay.
Patay indeed. The Kings were actually the victim of that 3 ball. A 7-0 run to open up the third quarter para dito sa Caloocan Supremos. Take another look at that Manday 3-pointer. So just when we said that the second unit, third unit have been doing the damage in the first half, first unit naman, sabi, magpapadaig ba tayo?
So, I like that you pointed it out. Alam mo yung mga first unit, pag nakita yung pangalawa, ginalingan, kahiyaan yan Babalik tayo, tapos yung pangalawa, nilakihan. So, this is what's happening. Hawa-hawa na.
Bitoon, fall away, fall short. Reyes ahead of the pack and gets that acrobatic layup for the first 2 points para sa Diamonds here in the third quarter.
So, we were observing that. Daming opportunities sa fast break, hindi na-convert. But they shouldn't stop. If they see a leak-out play like that one, edge on that foot race against Gabi, they have to do it. They have to push it.
Pushing it in this instance, Filona, bounce pass, couldn't finish. Another fast break opportunity that wasn't converted by the White Shirts. Dito naman sa kabila, Manday for another 3. Patay na naman.
He makes it look so easy. Why? There was a Gabi underneath, but when Gabi saw itong shooter niya was already squared up, good shot yun You want your shooter to wax hot early.
Now a 24-point lead for Caloocan. Filona, siya naman nasusubok. Couldn't answer. Under 7 minutes left dito sa ating third. Espinas goes to Bitoon. Kick out. Cabanag. Steps back for this 3. Tough shot. Espinas almost getting that rebound away. But a loose ball foul, I believe, will be called against Reyes.
If nakuha ni Gabi yun, Manday was already squaring up at the corner. Diba? So I would say, itong white shirt sa Jewelers dodged the bullet there. Because he knew, pagkuha, shovel pass na lang yan eh.
I remember a game I covered with you in the past where you say na pag off of an offensive rebound, normally, dun mo talaga dapat hanapin yung mga shooters mo.
Coach Sandy of Ateneo will call that pillars. Yung shooters, if they see that you have that edge on the offensive board, they will position themselves na alam na ng rebounders kung nasan sila.
Parang I think you went as far as saying na kapag pinasa, tas wala ka dun, it's your fault as a shooter that you weren't in that corner.
Kasi pinapractice yan eh. Diba? It can be a, what you call a bailout pass or diba, safety pass. But there's a reason why you're a shooter and you have a good offensive rebounder na without looking, nandiyan ka, alam ko, titira mo yan.
Let's look over to Maris for another report. Go ahead.
Chiki and Jaime, frustration is an understatement for Coach Eric C. ng Bird Diamonds. Hindi daw nila na-apply ang napag-practicean kahapon. Kaya the second half, find your rhythm and pag-open, shoot agad. Hindi naman daw sila dapat matakot. Dapat matuto. At para nga dito sa Supremos, sabi ni Paul Sanga, they are never too satisfied sa kanilang performance. Every game for them serves as a learning lesson to get better. Ang gusto nila for this second half ay mag-improve sa box out. They won't mind the scoreboard. Ang gagawin lang nila ay maglaro with, of course, having a wise communication inside until the last buzzer. Chiki and Jaime.
Thank you, Maris. And that's exactly what the Caloocan is showing dito sa ating third quarter. Hindi talaga sila nakontento. What was once a 17-point lead is now 29. Napamata ko bigla.
And not only that, here in the third quarter, in just 4 minutes, this is 15 against 2. Okay, in this quarter alone. Natapos tayo 47-31 to end the first half. It's now 62-33. So 15 points for the Supremos. Dalawa pa lang, isang field goal pa lang itong kupunan of Diamonds here in the third.
And we were already speaking about ayaw mo nang bunuin yung malaki. Diba? Heading into the second half.
Yes.
It was already big enough. Dinagdagan pa ngayon.
Diba? Yung 16, diba? We were talking about it. Trim it down to 10 or even 8, but easier said than done. Dahil ngayon nga, 27 itong kaharap nila.
Kalahat, left all alone. It's back iron. Tabi. Nice pass. Goes underneath. Was De La Cruz. And nandukot.
I like what Tabi and De La Cruz are doing. You don't stop. You don't stop playing. You're down. Yes, you're down by 25 points. But you have to keep on competing.
Keep on competing. Hindi mo pa problemahin kay Gabi Espinas. They're playing coach. De La Cruz. Oso Pailona. Tabi. Been fairly quiet. Keyhole jumper will work.
Now, yun skill. Diba? Skill talaga yan. But wait. Yo.
You kind of knew you had to hold that thought because Jeff Manday was about to get that basketball and gave us another 3.
Wala na. It's like PlayStation Jeff Manday we're watching right now.
Tabi once more. There nga, kung ikaw naman Supremos, you don't mind exchanging baskets.
Especially if it's a 3 against a 2. Diba? 3 sa kabila, 2 dito sa kabila. So, whatever calculator you use, lamang pa rin talaga yung nakaka 3-point shot.
Lead sila 26. Kabanag. Now Espinas on the low post. Another beautiful pass. Biton finds Kalahat. Will be fouled by Tabi.
Read and react. Read and react. You saw Biton cutting baseline. Anong ginawa ni Kalahat? Going to that empty space, being rewarded with that short pass. Yes, hindi mamasok, but he'll be going to the free throw line for 2.
Balasa dito ang Caloocan as Ponsubre back in the ball game along with Laude.
Wow, Gabi Espinas will take a breather. Diba? 10 minutes of action, over 11 siguro in this ball game, but the numbers are impressive. Yes, 2 points, assist 2, pero merong 7 rebounds.
And it may look pedestrian, no? Kung titignan mo lang yung numero, but that impact of those 7 rebounds, really controlling that paint para sa Caloocan.
Dagdag mo pa yung pag nasa shaded area siya, hindi easy access for the Jewelers to score inside.
Kalahat gets both. Flores back in the ball game. Yung first unit dito ng Caloocan outside of Jeff Manday have taken a breather. Nobleza able to cross the timeline. Kick out. De La Cruz. Long two-pointer. That's too strong. So yun lang talaga yung binibigay ng Caloocan para dito sa Diamonds.
The luxury, no, of having a good lead. Pwede ka sumulog talaga ng oras.
Manday once again couldn't get his 4th conversion from beyond the arc.
You'll give that. You'll give that to Jeff after hitting those threes. Parang meron siyang elbow room to commit a mistake here and there.
Nobleza speeding through the lane. Bilis na conversion para sa Diamonds, although still looking at a 26-point disadvantage. Tayong Tong slowing things down. Gets the ball back. Manday. Step closer. 4 seconds to shoot. Flores blocked. Great block there from Reyes.
You gotta love that dahil Flores bumuelo na, di ba? But Reyes not giving up. Now, sayang if you're not gonna play good defense with 1.8 tapos makakashoot pa ang Caloocan.
We saw a basket from Manlangit right in the nick of time na gustong maiwasan ng Diamonds. Better defense in that instance. Takbo sila. Hanging in the air. Getting the basket plus the foul is Ryan Reyes. So this time, the second unit naman ng Diamonds ang nag-iingay.
And this is a nice, 4 or 5 point mini run that the Jewelers are mounting. 241. We always talk about number of possessions, kapatid, di ba? So I'm talking about 5-6 possessions here. Let's say you own 3. You prevent Caloocan to score in those 3 possessions. You score on those 3 possessions. So all of a sudden, pwedeng bumaba ng 17. Di ba? Or even 15. Kung papala rin.
Mahimay mo man lang itong kalamangan and you do have 10 more minutes to try to make things happen. Tayong Tong almost losing it. It's an off-balance shot para kay Casin. Takbo na naman dito ang Jewelers. Another conversion. This time the fast break attack clicking for the White Shirts.
And check this out. This is already down to 21.
Napapatay nga dito ang Supremos. Take another look. That attack from Nobleza. Couple of layups using his speed. So trailing by 21 with 2:19 remaining dito sa ating third.
Hawak ko ang laro.
Take a look at your screens and household name na by this time, of course. Talking about Jeff Manday, the sharpshooter para sa Caloocan Supremos and that game winner in Caloocan Sports Complex in their previous game against the Kings. 0 out of 5 nga siya before that shot, but when it was needed the most, Jeff Curry, as Coach Mark Dandan called him, and mainit pa rin dito sa ating laro. Already has 3 3-pointers. And, hindi ako magtataka if maybe he gets a couple more. Nobleza. Casin, nice trail job.
That was already a good defensive stance, diba? Now they forced a turnover.
Flores. Nice passing para sa Supremos, although Bonsubre falling short on that layup. Nobleza nakabuelo na naman. Albo from outside. Couldn't get the bounce. Great offensive rebound, but short. On that undergoal stab was Reyes. Casin no look. Supremos, yet another turnover. Sabi. To the cutting Reyes against two defenders. Another and one para kay Ryan Reyes.
Talk about what we discussed at the 3-minute mark, di ba? Or 2:55 mark. We were saying 6 possessions. Prevent Caloocan to score in their own possessions. So how many times have we seen Caloocan bumaba? 3, 4 na beses. Hindi pa gumalaw sa 69. Habang sa kabila, it has already moved and now they're down by 18. We said before the third quarter ends, if they can convert on those possessions in the last 3 minutes, can go down to as low as 15.
Ito na nga, 18 na lamang. This is, I mean, it's still a big lead, obviously.
Oh,
Pero
yes.
Things are happening for the Verdiamonds. Open is Flores. That's off. Casin offensive board. Laude, long two-pointer. Finally, an answer for the Supremos.
You can't cry over spilled milk, di ba? Oh, na yung 16, lumaking 29, nandun na yan eh. So what do you do now? You trim it down before you enter the fourth quarter. And I would say the third quarter, especially the last 3 minutes, dito, it belongs to the Jewelers.
Tabi, hesitation move, trying to escape the defense of Casin. Great coverage so far. But that time, gives up the foul. That will put the Supremos at the limit. So next foul will mean free throws. 32.8 remaining dito sa ating third.
So on the brink na, no? On the brink of penalty. Next foul. Free throw line na yan.
Drops it off. Reyes once again. Bit too strong. Try to hold for virtually the last shot. About a 3-second shot clock, game clock difference. Joko Tayong Tong. Shot clock is down to 9. Trying to look inside, but a pull will be called against Reyes.
I was about to say, not much movement from Supremos. Parang the other 3 players, and now the Flores are waiting for what Bonsubre will do, di ba? Kung magsisil siya sa loob.
Gaantayan lang sila eh.
Yes.
Flores, top of the key. No go. Albo. Still a couple of seconds. Flores takes a look at the clock, puts it up. The buzzer sounds a signal the end of our third period. Lead was as high as 29, but now just 20 heading into our fourth and final quarter. 71-51. Abante pa rin ang Caloocan. Final 10 minutes of action dito sa ating unang laro of a triple header on a Friday. Mula di pa rin dito sa Marikina Sports Center for the continuing coverage of our Pilipinas Super League President's Cup 2025. Jaime Mendihar, kasama pa rin Chigi Reyes alongside Maris Victorio, providing you reaction live on your Facebook and YouTube streams. 71-51. Supremos up by 20, but yun nga, pinag-usapan natin, Chiki, that last 3 minutes para sa Jewelers, exactly what the doctor ordered, and
yes,
they need to kind of sustain that in a way for the final 10 minutes of this game.
Wala ka na magagawa dun sa umangatang 29. They started down by 16. Diba, sabi natin na operate on that, bring it down to 10, but instead of that, it happened, it went to 29. Pero, test of character, last 3 minutes, naibaba. Diba? Ito pa, good start by Nobleza with that 3. So, pwede. And this is happening with Richard Albo stuck with only 8 points, all in the first half.
Ito nga yung hinahanap mo na kung saan pa pwedeng manggaling ang puntos. Nobleza stepping up. Already has 9 to his name. Another stop para sa Verdiamonds, but they throw it away.
And they cannot do that. That's a 16th turnover of the white shirts against the 10 of Caloocan.
Kasin goes to Baityong. Turn around. Basing lang para kay Baityong.
Mas masakit yun, di ba? Nag-turnover ka, tapos pagbalik, naka-score off that turnover yung kalaban mo.
Lead sila at 19. Nobleza once again speeding through. That time, too much speed. A la Luis Mendoza in the Mighty Ducks.
So this is what bit them in the first half, turnovers. And right now, if you're trying to overhaul a 19-point lead, that's one department that you should really be careful.
Sabi nga, yun yung una mong kinall out eh.
Wow.
When it comes to Rubber Diamond. So try to take care of that basketball. Dahil dun nakakasugat itong Supremos. Kasin. Too strong on that layup. Fast break attempt once again. Nulilipad De La Cruz for that finish.
And he's been challenging that defense. Kaya eh. May leaping ability, di ba? Pero hindi pa pwedeng si De La Cruz lang or si Nobleza lang ang magdidikta.
Go to Baityong once again. Carving his way inside. Pass deflected by Nobleza. So active hands here for the Rubber Diamond. So makikita mo kahit yung depensa dito ng white shirts, it's a bit more active. And
Yes.
you like to see that they're still fighting despite this huge deficit.
Ang hirap na na. Baityong is playing bully basketball. Binabangga niya yung defenders, dinidisplace niya yung defenders, hoping that he'll see that opening that he needs. But you're right. The Jewelers are trying to put up a good front here, a good defensive stance here.
Flores, PP hit, kick out. Manday back in the ball game. As De La Cruz will be called for a hold.
I feel for De La Cruz. Gagawa ka sa fast break, paspasan, tapos pagbalik mo, ang bantay mo, Jeff Manday.
Ang assignment mo, Jeff Manday, no? Parang hindi ba pwedeng
Madali-dali.
sa kabila?
Madali-dali na konti, di ba?
Still 8 and 10 remaining. Long way to go. Manday.
Let's see if the zone will work para sa Jewelers.
Manlangit missing on that jumper. At least in that possession, it does. For Diamonds, looking to cut this lead down once again. Albo. Nice pass. As Reyes will be fouled. Baityong with another personal. First team foul para sa Caloocan here in the fourth. That's 2 on Baityong.
Alam mo, isa pang department that is not really the friend right now of the Jewelers. In fact, of both teams, you know. But the Jewelers shooting 3 of 11 from 3-point land. Dahil doon ayaw lumuwag ng interior defense ng Caloocan. Fast break, no problem. They've been scoring inside. In fact, nakahabol na sa fast break points ang Jewelers, 16 against 23 for Caloocan.
It was 10-0 at one point in the contest. So yung opportunities with you did ask me kanina, Chicky, no? Nakaka-fast break ba ang
Yes.
for Diamonds? Yes, right? But yung conversions, ibang usapan. But this time around, especially in that third quarter, they were able to do so. As another timeout will be called here. It's 73-56. Abante pa rin ang Caloocan. So 7:39 remaining in this contest, 73-56. Caloocan still enjoying the 17-point advantage against the Diamond Jewelers. But itong ang for Diamonds, no? I think a lot better in terms of that pep in their step. The tail end of that third, getting over here in the fourth.
So, mathematically possible, yes. Highly probable, pwede pa.
Albo securing the offensive rebound, falling short. Trying to find a way inside, but Baitiong, mahirap talagang usugin yan.
And then he had no choice. He was stuck underneath. Was trying to look for a bailout pass, di ba? Hindi niya nakita na libre si Filona sa three-point area. It's really tough on the shoulders of Richard right now.
Of course, Albo was their top scorer in their win against the Aguilas. Put up 24. We were talking about it off-air nga, no? 8 pa lang ang naitatalaan dito ni Albo, and all in the first half. That rattles out para kay Ingles as ball goes back to the Diamonds.
2 plays in a row, we've seen it, the zone working for the Jewelers dahil hindi makapasa sa loob itong Caloocan.
Did speak about the fast break points. Supremos +7 dyan, 23-16. But it was more lopsided at the first part of this contest.
Nag-improve na, di ba?
Albo through the lane and will get the roll.
Now this could be the spark plug, di ba, na iniintay ng for Diamonds.
Panday will miss from outside. Torrado keeping it alive.
Talk about a heady play, hindi lang pumasok.
Bit too deep in that layup. Albo muli. Back-to-back baskets para kay Albo. Upping his tally to 12 now. So this may be able to wake up itong opensa nga ni Albo. And don't look now, Checky. Just a 13-point lead for Caloocan.
Hawak ko ang laro.
For Diamond Jewelers on this 9-2 run, Checky, and it's just a 13-point lead, the lowest it has been here in the second half.
For about 3.5 minutes, they tried to go zone. Ito muna yung tinikling. Hop, hop, sakto. Diba? But on that 3 minutes of zone defense, sa sinasabi ng coaches, zone buster dyan, kung may shooter ka like a Jeff Manday. But, nakakahawak ba siya ng bola? Oo. Ang gusto ko lang sa White Shirts, what I'm seeing is, when they recover on the ball reversal, pagdating kay Jeff, they're covering him long, hindi short, forcing Jeff to release that ball. So, it's tiring for the guards, Filona, di ba? And Tabi, but they have to do it.
Yun yung kailangan dahil talagang pinapatay nga sila ni Jeff from outside. Outside shot, that time will fall this time for Ingles, his second conversion of the ball game.
Something has got to give. Ano? Hindi naman palaging successful ang zone. That's the way you try to beat that.
Okay, hindi lang si Manday kailangan problemahin dito para sa Caloocan. So lead back up to 16. Tabi. Bounce pass. Tibayan will be fouled. Better execution there for the Diamonds, courtesy of Tabi and Tibayan.
Pumoporsyento na si Tabi dito. Ihiya sa Albo, meron ka pang Tibayan, pick and roll, di ba? Hoping na yung mga malalaki mo will be able to get a bucket, foul here and there, para may bonus free throw, stop the clock. Tapos pag wala talaga, di kick out ka to people like Filona or Albo who can hit it from downtown.
Tibayan though will miss on both charities.
And that won't help.
Okay, yun na hinihingi mong oportunidad. So lead will stay at 16. Bitoon. Looking to be patient is Caloocan. Shot clock is down to 6. Nice fake from Bitoon. Steps through for that layup.
I would say there was the primary defense, secondary defense that helped. But mahirap lang talaga pag ang tatalunin mo is a skillful player like Bitoon.
Very heady point guard. Albo sidestepping his way inside for another conversion. So 6 points here in the fourth para kay Albo.
Total of 14. But you can't keep on exchanging baskets. Halfway mark na tayo ng fourth quarter.
Bitoon calling it out para sa Caloocan. Go to Manday. To the middle. Almost a steal from Albo. Ingles goes behind the back and will lose that basketball. For Diamonds, another stop.
I thought he babied that one kasi could have gone for the shot, could have gone for a one step closer perimeter jumper, pero he tried to go inside further. So Filona played good defense on him.
Nobleza and De La Cruz, yung kanilang fast break machines in that third quarter. Checking back in for the last 4 minutes and change dito sa ating ball game. That's another foul on a shooting. Para dito kay Tabi. Second on Bitoon. So sabi mo nga, Tabi, looking to be that facilitator. Already has 8 assists to his name. But he has that ability as well to pick up his offense points-wise.
Yes. But ang gusto mo is when does he tell himself, teka lang, take over muna ako, di ba? He's been trying to facilitate, trying to activate Tibayan, trying to activate Albo, but they need his points.
Another free throw will miss though. Third straight miss para sa Diamonds. Charity split para kay Tabi to bring the lead down to 15. Full court pressure being applied now by the Jewelers. Ingles will be bumped. Second team foul para sa Diamonds. 2 as well on Tabi.
Now, looking at the point production of the team of Caloocan, well spread. No, yung kanilang puntos, everyone's just chipping in.
And that was the same formula in that win against the Kings. Ganun kalalim din itong lineup ng Caloocan. Bitoon goes to Ingles. Hit a couple. Couldn't make it 3 conversions. Kalahat couldn't track it down. Balik sa Diamonds ang bola.
Very active is Kalahat. You know, tracking that ball. For the kids, every time a 3-point shot is thrown na tumama sa ring, gaano kalayo ang talbog niyan? It is about 7 to 9 feet away from the basket. So, below the free throw line. Ganon ang bounce niyan. So, if you're going to box out, try to get that rebound from a long shot, abangan nyo 7 to 9 feet. Doon babagsak ang bola.
Wala ka nang aabangan dun sa tira ni Tabi na yon. Ito na nga, parang he may be calling on his own number to try to pull the Diamonds back into this ball game.
Pwede pa to,
Espinas against Peñano. Will be fouled by De La Cruz. That's really a tough cover para nga dito kay Peñano.
With 3:29, if you're the side of Diamonds, you want to have 3 successful stops. Meaning, prevent Orange Shirts from scoring and also score on the other end para to complete a 1 complete stop. But sending them the line, making them shoot free throws, kahit na hinto yung oras, hindi ito pabor sa Jewelers.
Free throws naman this time for Gabby, getting that first to go. Knocks down both. 4 points para kay Gabby Espinas to go with 8 rebounds. The Diamonds will call for this timeout. Down by 15 with over 3 minutes left here in this game. Look at our team standings once again. Supremos in prime possession to go 8-0 by 15 so far. And the Diamonds, if they are to lose, still in a good spot in a way heading into the next round. Pero syempre, you don't really want to slide even further heading into the end of the elimination round.
Sa mga nakapag-screenshot noong win-loss record, or alam niyan dahil sa Facebook page ng PSL, 11 teams, 10 games, 10 will advance. Isa lang matatanggal. So, it's interesting all the way to the last day of the elimination round. Dahil ang may incentive, 1 and 2. Diba? Outright na yan. 3, 4, 5, and 6 will have a twice-to-beat advantage in the first phase of the quarterfinals. After nun, kung sino man ang magiging 3 and 4 will have another twice-to-beat advantage before we go best of 3 ng semis and finals.
So yung Verdiamonds, yun yung gusto mong pangalagaan.
Yes.
Sanga from the corner.
Oh,
Knocks
wow.
it down.
That's a backbreaker. I would say probably half the nail on the coffin. Mamaya siguro ididiin yan. Hindi pa yung final nail on the coffin. No? Just halfway through. Dahil mabigat yung tres ni Sanga eh.
The three-pointers have been falling para dito sa Supremos. Their 8th conversion of the contest. Not as much during the first couple of quarters, pero dito second half, yun yung pinampapatay nila ng sunog para dito sa Verdiamonds. Nobleza to Peñano, pushing Espinas away as Gabby will be called for a foul.
And if we're going to look back, apart from those inside incursions, it's the fast break opportunities that were lost in the first half, the turnovers committed, and then Caloocan nag-cash in, pumapasok yung kanilang, or nag-convert sila sa kanilang points of turnovers. Yun yung main difference in my opinion. Dahil first quarter, dikit eh. 2012, pwede pa. Lumaki lang yan nung second quarter. Umangat ng 16.
You did talk about yung puhunan na kailangan mong buuin if ikaw naman ng Supremos. So kahit nababa ng Verdiamonds at 13, you could afford to kind of let them go on that run. Nobleza once again. We should be calling this kid Nobleza sa sobrang bilis niya.
Foot race, ano?
Last 2 minutes. Will echo the Marikina Sports Center. Sila 16-point advantage. So it was as low as 13. Pero talagang hindi na hinayaan itong Caloocan na makalapit pa ng tuluyan ang Jewelers.
And with 149, probably safe to say, Caloocan will get number 8, di ba? Na panalo. So they're down to the last 2 games. Imagine the message that they'll be sending across the whole board. Di ba? Should they go finish 10-0? Pambihira, di ba? Napaka-solid na mensahe nun. And Manday hits another one, pang-apat.
As if hindi pa enough yung mensahe that you shouldn't leave Jeff Manday open. Gives us his 4th conversion.
4 of 7. That's over 50% there.
Bibigyan ka pa ng kalawit rebound for good measure. Sanga. Too strong. Everything but the final score dito, Chicky. But if you are the Verdiamonds, yun nga, they're still in that 3, 4, 5, 6 position that they would want to protect to have that advantage into the next round. Ano pa yung gusto mong makita sa kanila in their future assignments to, you know, maybe give their opponents a tougher challenge?
Well, itong assignment kasi nilang ito, Giants tong kalaban mo eh, di ba? So I think it's more of on the decision making and more on converting on those fast breaks.
So timeout is called. Just 1 minute and 7 left, 90-69. Abante pa rin ang Caloocan.
Hawak ko ang laro.
Look at our games tomorrow. Still here in the Marikina Sports Center. Aguilas kontra Jensen Warriors at 5 p.m. and at 7, Pure Blends naman will go up against the Abono Reapers. So certainly important matchups as well dito sa mga teams na to. We did speak about the tournament format and the benefits
Yeah.
of being in that top spot or higher spot at least heading into the next round.
So yung mga nasa gitna, now with this coming loss of the Jewelers, they'll go down to 5-3, di ba? Equally interesting, apart from sino yung makakasungkit ng final spot, yung 10, sino yung makakuha ng 3, 4, 5, and 6. Di ba? Right now, those na may log jam in the middle, yan ang pinagtatrabahuhan. Di ba?
You don't really want to be in a position na parang iaasa mo na lang sa resulta ng
Yes.
ibang laro. Last 40 seconds. Alcober, too strong. Look at the Supremos. Really foot on the gas pa rin sila dito. Manday thinking 3. Stepping back. Falling short. Alcober. Kick out. Nobleza hit one earlier. Make that 2 3-pointers. Nobleza with 17. So still, gotta give this kid props.
So, ito yung silver lining, di ba? But for me, siguro yung isa pang naging epekto for Diamonds is only 9 points for Tabi. The late waxing hot of Richard Albo here in the fourth. Those two, simply put, Tabi and Albo, they have to score immediately from the get-go if they are going up against teams like Caloocan.
Kaya yung sisingiling ka sa dulo.
Oo, totoo yan. I mean, we tip our hats off to Nobleza. Awesome job. But your go-to guys, wala kang choice eh. Kinakailangan gumawa ka talaga eh.
You have to stay with your averages as we take a look at our play of the game. That Bitoon layup. Not your usual scoring output. Talking about Chris Bitoon. Pero you just know. Pag hawak na itong player na itong bola, Cheeky, good things happen.
Eh, hindi naman niya kailangan pumukpok ng todo dahil ang daming nag-ambag. Diba? Hirap na hirap nga tayo mamili ng best player of the game. But at the end of the day, sino ba yung gumawa at nagkaroon ng impact sa larong ito? Yun yung napili natin.
Really the impact, that zone buster, tulad nga ng binanggit mo, Chicky, that you really just need. No? And Jeff Manday, time and time again, mula pa nga sa coverage mo in the past, the game against the Kings, talagang kilalang-kilala na that this guy is a deadly shooter.
Maraming pwedeng pagpilian na best player, but these are timely baskets, di ba? Kung saan nag-mount ng rally yung kabila, and when Manday would hit that, biglang nasisira yung rally ng Diamonds.
Mariz was able to talk to Jeff Manday at the beginning of the ball game. Bigyan natin ng isa pang interview.
Oh, yes.
Itong dalawa.
Chiki and Jaime, kasama ko ngayon, none other than Jeffrey Manday with 12 points, 3 assists, and a steal. Now, Jeffrey, let's try and let the fans get to know more about you. Now, during your free days or free time, ano ang kadalasan mong ginagawa?
Ano lang, pahinga, tsaka tamang kain. Tsaka minsan nagluluto din parang tanggal stress. Tsaka ano din, love you. Tsaka ng pahinga lang, yun lang, sikreto.
Aspiring chef ka naman pala, Jeffrey. Now, malapit na ang eliminations round. So ano pa ang kailangan pagtrabahuhan ng Caloocan Supremos? Knowing na you have an unbeaten record.
Siguro yung namin, yung minsan nagre-relax kami. Yung malaki na lamang namin, tsaka nag-give up kami minsan. Siguro yun yung namin, tatrabahuin pa.
Alright, ang daming sumusuporta sa inyo out there. Pagkakataon mo nang magpasalamat o bumate.
Una, pinasalamatan ko yung mama at papa ko, family ko. Dahil sa suporta nila, tsaka yung anak ko na si Maddie, at yung partner ko, si Kat, and father-in-law ko, mother-in-law, tsaka yung boss namin, tsaka si Congressman Oka Malapitan, Mayor Along Malapitan, Konseenteng Malapitan, Boss Felix, Boss Dennis, and Boss Sipay, Boss Dennis Abila, Brother Bini Cheng, Pastor Philip, ang Santo, Stay Cool Clothing, Yan Coolers, Pocari Sweat, tsaka kay Boss Paulo Cruz, shoutout, tsaka mga kaibigan ko sa Bacolod. Tsaka sa PT namin na Pugi, si Dr. and sa PT namin lahat. Thank you.
Alright, once again, congratulations, Jeffrey, for being our best player of the game. Chiki and Jaime.
Thank you, Mariz, and congratulations once again, Jeff Manday and the rest of the Caloocan Supremos. 8-0 dito sa ating elimination round, and probably gonna be staying undefeated in the whole of our elimination round. Final thoughts dito sa ating laro, Chiki?
Well, they're peaking at the right time. They're showing everyone that there's a reason why we are 8-0 and we're on the top, and that's because of good ball movement and good chemistry.
And that will be a wrap for the first game of a triple header ngayong Biyernes. Coming right up, it would be the San Juan Kings going up against the Stallions.